is Ferret Twister, and today we are looking at a Tatsugiri EX deck. Now, most of this comes from a very, very good YouTuber by the name of Cool Trainer Pat. Go ahead and check him out, as well as Gin J TCG, spelled GINJTCG, and he also made a Tatsugiri deck earlier today, so go ahead and check that out. Both of them are different. His Cool Trainer Pat's is a Hydreigon, where some of this does come from, most of this actually, and then Ginjay TCG did one on a Jack of all trades. So go ahead and check them out, because they got really, really good decks, both of them. Now I'm here to show mine off. And of course, it follows a very similar pattern to both of theirs. 3 Tatsugiri in deck. But one thing you're going to notice when we come over here to the Pokemon screen is we have Fire Charizard EX 151, which does 330 damage, which is insane. That's one-shotting almost everything. I think only like maybe 3 Pokemon can't be knocked out in one shot by this. Maybe 4 if you count Blastoise. Blastoise EX. So yeah, there's a few that can't be knocked out by the explosive vortex attack, but it does do a lot of damage. However, it's got a very high energy cost, being 4 energy, and then you got to discard 3 after using it. Or you can use Brave Wing if it has damage counters on it. Basically, this thing was made for Magma Basin, mostly. But nobody's been able to make it properly work. However, with Tatsugiri, we can. But we just got to get the right setup in the beginning, because Tatsugiri has a lot of energy requirement for the Cinnabar lure attack. Now we have Quaquaval. This is all part of the strategy with this deck. So this thing you're also going to see probably sometime this month, if I can get enough credits to get an Umbreon EX deck rolling. He's going to come in handy. I'm probably going to multiply him one more time for that deck specifically. And Energy Carnival says, once during your turn, you may attach a basic energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. So it doesn't matter if it's benched, and you can use this ability as many times as you have Quaquaval on your bench. So, I mean, that max 4 energy, minimum 1. But it doesn't matter if you attach to the active or the benched or what type. So it's just attach a basic energy, which is nuts. Really, really good ability. A lot of people take this thing for granted. And then, of course, Cinnabar Lure, Tatsugiri, we just looked at him. Look at the top 10 cards of your deck. You may put any number of Pokemon you find there onto your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. And the first one, Surprise Pump, is basically a shred attack for 100. And then we've got 4 Pidgeot EX. So both Ginjay and Cool Trainer Pat also ran 4 Pidgeot. And I will too, because this is a very good card. And to get one off the top is really important. And then we've got 4 Charmeleon, in case you can't... it's kind of to add consistency. So you could put a Charmeleon on the bench and then evolve up one of the 2 Charizards we have in this deck, making it very, very important. There are no other basics except for Tatsugiri. So you will always draw this in your hand, but you will mulligan quite a bit. This deck is by no means, I don't think it's even A tier. And then you have Togekiss, obviously. The other two YouTubers that I've mentioned also ran Togekiss. 4 line, I think. Or 4 line, sorry. Just so you can keep basically filling your hand up to 8 at the end of the turn each and every time. And also Power Cyclone can come in handy in this deck. I've used it a couple times. Maybe we'll see that in action today. And then we have... Now, this thing's going to be done by rotation. Unfortunately, this guy goes, and I'm very sad to see him go. But what limited time we have used him, he rarely comes in handy unless you're playing like the best deck he's ever been in was Armarouge EX. But this one actually needs him because each basic fire energy attached to your Pokemon provides 2 energy. So you can see the synergy here, right? And then we're right back to this guy who does... So for 2 energy, along with Energy Carnival, for 2 energy, so you can attach one with the ability and the other by hand, and basically swing for 330 every single turn. So there's the Pokemon. The trainers, we have 2 Academy at night, because you draw into a lot of Stage 2s, and you're not going to draw into any basics hardly ever. So this could be really important to put a Stage 2 you need on top of your deck. 2 Earthen Vessel to try and get out as much energy into your hand as you can. We're running 4 Crispin, because this deck does heavily rely on getting out Crispin first turn, or second turn, if you go second. 2 counter catchers, of course, because you're not going to be leading on prize cards very much, and it can also help you with the basically knocking out anything with the Charizard EX. This is really important. The other, the Dark Zard EX, they're definitely going to knock out your Tatsugiri turn 1, and it won't even matter if you knock out a Pokemon or not. We run 2 Iono in this one. Very low Iono count, but not bad. Still useful. And then in this one, we run an air balloon because we don't want to waste our energy. So you can attach this to either the big Charizard EX, the little Charizard, or the Quaquaval. We have a lot of Pokemon with free retreat costs, and this just kind of helps out, just in case they try to stall you, because we don't really run Switch in this thing. And then we have 2 Town Store for obvious reasons, and Sparkling Crystal. Hopefully we can get that first turn, because I didn't yesterday at all. I didn't even see this card, unless it was to mulligan or is in my prizes. So let's see if we can put that to use today. And 1 copy of Carmine. Don't really need that much draw, but it does help. And Vitality Band. Now, Vitality Band here just allows for you to 1-hit KO things like Palafin, or Tyranitar if you come across that. It's just a little extra help. It can also help your Tatsugiri, especially in matchups like United Wings, when you can't quite knock out that what is the name of that? Flamigo. How do I not remember? It's literally a bird. It looks just like a flamingo. Anyway, that or Cramorant if you really need to go after Lost Box. I mean, I hear they're taking a huge hit. And yeah, that's it for the supporters. Very low trainer card count here. And for energy, we are rocking out with 2 Dark, 4 Water, 11 Fire, and 2 Luminous. And 11 Fire for obvious reasons, because you're going to be discarding a lot of fire energy. And funny enough, you do have access to your water almost frequently, despite it being one of the lower energy counts. So you will see that a lot too. And fire just, I mean, obviously it's going to be in your hand more and more. It's going to be really important. You could do a little shake up with it, but I think it's important that we keep it at 11, because normally you're looking for a 3 attack game. So, and you're not always going to get what you need. Anyways, so that's 151 Zard Tatsugiri. Let's go test it out on the ladder. You guys get to see some games with him today. Now, one of the funniest things is we have a decent matchup against Hydreigon. Believe it or not, this deck does have a decent Hydreigon match, and I fumbled really hard against the Hydreigon deck, really bad yesterday. I decided to switch out my 151 and totally forgot I could use Crispin to attack Hydreigon. And as a result, he took basically all his prize cards, all 6 prize cards. Man, was... I really fumbled that. I'm gonna not try to fumble that today, though. So you guys will be seeing as much as I can. So here we are, mulliganing. Our opponent gets to draw cards. Hilarious. There's the Quaquaval and the Sparkling Crystal. See what I say? There it is. Let's see how many mulligans. Just one. You know, I get pretty lucky with this, of all things. Uh-oh. That's not good. Gotta get a Crispin or Sparkling Crystal. Now, what Geen did, Geen JTCG, what he did was, it might be Jin, I might be mispronouncing it. Geen, if you see this, or Jin, if you see this, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with names, I just... Okay. What are we playing against? Oh, goodness. I'm gonna go Luminous. Just start off strong. Hopefully my opponent can't donk me. It will be their first turn, so it looks like they're playing some kind of evolution deck. Anyways, so Geen actually made a smart play with his deck. And he ran like 1 or 2 Luxrays to start, which is brilliant. Brilliant. But we're not playing Geens, and we're playing ours. And well, there's no Luxray to save us. So if we get donked, we get donked. Mewtwo? Well, that's not good. I mean, generally Mewtwo doesn't donk, so... I mean, they're not a first turn, they are a first turn deck, sorry. Hypnosis? Why, I oughta... No! What a jerk. Oh, that's horrible. Well, we're just gonna have to hope and pray for the heads, I guess, next turn. Dang, that sucks. Just first turn asleep. That's pretty good. So they're running some stun. Funny stun, really. Dang, lady right off the rip. Nice. I'm hopeful. I don't think we're waking up, but I'm hopeful. That's funny. What a funny guy. Come on, Tatsugiri. No, that's bad. Can't even attack, man. Can't even attack. We're stunned. This is horrible. Oh, now we wake up. Look at that. Goodness me. And we don't have anything, no switches, so if he puts us to sleep again, I mean, he could decide to start swinging. Not that it would really matter, but he could decide to start swinging. And just hit me hard or something, I don't know. But I think he's going to keep going with the hypnosis strat so he can really set up his Mewtwo for one-hit KO. This is horrible. Stun locked, man. Stun locked. Ah, dang it. Ah, curses. Academy at night. Hilarious. I don't even know why I put that down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end my dirtier. I'm not gonna. I mean, I gotta get really lucky. Now, they can't one-hit KO me here. I mean, even with a switch, I don't think. What is that, 120, 130? Oh, no, they can't. They can't if they get a switch. That's right, they have Xatu. What? Now, what's this? Uh-oh. That's what? That's 6? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, give it to my opponent here. Nah, there's no way we were surviving this. Ah, that sucks. Hypnosis. What an interesting deck that was. That looked funny. It looks fun. It really does. What an interesting deck this person's playing. As you can see, a lot can go wrong turn 1. Most of the time, it's just donk after donk. In this case, it's just they put me to sleep, and they kept me asleep, and I couldn't do anything. I don't know why Charmeleon's the MVP. We didn't even see him in hand, I don't think. Hilarious. Oh, that was a fun turn. Alright, that was a fun game. Bad, but fun. Dang. Can't believe I stayed asleep that entire time. See? Status conditions can be really, really irritating. They can get you when you least expect them to. And I've gone down low in rank doing stuff like this, so. I'm going to go first, just in case they're an evolution deck, or... I mean, they could be a big basic deck, which would be terrifying. But it's always good to get that first energy out on your Tatsugiri. And we have 19 energy to work with, so you will find it. You will find energy. Dang. What an interesting hand. Look at that. Oh, man. It's not even our starting hand, but a Pidgeot, 2 Charmeleons, and both Earthen Vessel with the Sparkling Crystal. Alright, so we're going to mulligan how many times? 6. Wow. That, 2 Tatsus. I'm actually kind of golden. Let's see what they're working with first, before we do that. Let's see what we're looking at. Okay, nothing scary. Nothing too scary. This is good. We're gonna start with a fire energy and end our turn. Yeah, because they can't first turn donk us. They can't rare candy. And we don't really worry about Mimikyu because most of our deck is non-EX or V or Shred. They are going to go for first blood, though. Hilarious enough. I think they're going to attack with Mimikyu here. That would be kind of funny. Yeah, they sure are. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to Crispin. Unless we draw a Crystal, then we can Iono. That's not good. I mean, it is, but it isn't. We're going to grab Dark and Fire. And we're going to put Fire in hand so we can attach Dark. And then we're going to attach Water. Sorry, yeah. We're going to attach Water, and then we're going to Cinnabar Lure. Okay, perfect. I don't know why they're giving us that. We just started. Yep. Are they going to flag on us already? No, they are going to Mimikyu. Mimikyu to Mimikyu. Alright, we're going to start Energy Carnival. Then we're going to Iono. Just because we can now. Perfect. Now we're going to Academy. And we're going to put this dude back there. I don't really care about them knocking out Tatsugiri. We basically have game. Perfect. Look at that. Wow. This is the standard setup for this deck, by the way. This is what you want. Normally. Uh-oh. That's right, Ghost Die. Now here we can actually Togekiss. Perfect. And then we're going to Energy Carnival. And then we're going to attach. And what we're going to do here, I was initially going to just knock out this Mimikyu. But I have a better idea. Why don't we just counter catch? Because we can knock out the Mimikyu later if we want to. Yeah, let's just, our opponent's struggling a bit. So, let's Power Cyclone. And that'll help us out in the long run. This will make sure we get more attacks off for sure. It's gotta really suck to be them right now. Dreepy. Wow, they're playing kind of a weird deck themselves. Cyclizar. Interesting. In the day of our Lord and Savior, huh? Now here's where things are really going to start shining. We get that on there. Let's see. Let's do this. We're going to Energy Carnival onto him. We're going to attach here. Town Store here. And then we're going to Carmine. Unfortunate. However, we're just gonna start taking some hits. We're gonna knock out. And see, this is what this deck does if it gets going. It's crazy. We're going to use Precious Gift, of course. Draw that last card. Just one little card. Now I'm going to check here real fast. Okay, so they got Recon. Okay, so this thing can't be touched by Dragapult. Alright, so you're going to Executor. Can you Energize? Let's see. You sure can. I don't think that's how that works. Do you not have any water energy? Was that your only one in a deck with 3 different things that use water energy? Sure. Quick search. For this. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna do this. Get rid of this, get some more energy in hand. Gonna go with, you know what, 2 fires. Gonna Energy Carnival here. To the Togekiss. Tatsugiri. Now I know they can... No, they can't knock me out with a Alolan Executor unless they get water. So we're gonna attach here. Retreat. Into you. Wait, hold on. Then we're gonna Town Store. I don't know for what. We probably can't knock you out. Oh, we sure can. We've got a Vitality Band. There we go. Yeah, that's right. I Iono'd it instead of Carmine. My bad. And we're gonna Vitality Band for a swift knockout here. Power Cyclone. And we are going to place water instead. that will bring us down to 2 prizes. So they cannot bring up any of their EXs. Or Charizard will claim another victim. Let's draw one more time with Togekiss. Betty Who. As the old folks used to say. Alright, let's see what we got. Trapinch. And another Mimikyu. And we do not care for Mimikyus, so I don't know why they put them down, because we can just beat them. Hourglass is not going to help you. Dragapult. Interesting. Alright, and that's game. I don't know why they decided to put Alolan Executor up. Kind of odd. I've got free retreat. And Explosive Vortex for 330. A little bit overkill, but we got there. And there you guys have it. Gonna discard both these. Yep. And there we go. And our last 2 prizes were pretty much useless. And that's how this deck works. It either gets 1 turn stomped or basically goes 4-0. Because there's nothing they can do to beat a big old 330 attacker. Sometimes we have times where we can't do any of that, like against Chien Pao or even Goldango. Absolutely ruthless. But generally, you can rock out with a single 151 Zard and just crush the opposition. So, with that said, this deck is decent. It's not good. It's not A tier or even S tier, not even close. It's probably like C tier. It's not too good. But when it gets its wins, oh boy, does it get its wins. 330 HP is a lot for an opponent to take. You only have to worry about water Pokemon. Really, that's the only crux of this deck, besides being turn 1 donked on your Tatsugiri. Anyway, yeah, that's the deck, and once again, go check out Ging or Jin, JTCG, GINJTCG, and Cool Trainer Pat. And that's Cool Trainer together, and space, capital P, at. So, enjoy. Until next time.